welcome back to the next video on finding maps on EDC15. You may remember from the last ones we found the torque limiter, we found the smoke limiter, and we're just basically starting right from the beginning here. Hopefully I'll make lots more videos getting more and more advanced. But for now we've all got to start somewhere, and this is the best place to be. We're only really using EDC15, as I said, because in other videos, because you're learning Winols here moreover than the cars, because if you can master Winols, you'll master the cars. So, moving on. Okay, the next maps I'm interested in are here, and there's a set of a few of them there, as you can see. They all look pretty similar. I'm going to, the first one's here, the smaller one, but I'm going to start with this one here. And then I'm going to set these up as you would find them. Oh. Winols gets it slightly wrong, but there's a bit of an insight already. So what are we looking at here? Well, as I said, this is the duration table. This is a PD engine, so it works differently to a common rail diesel. PD engines, hopefully you know a bit about mechanics, but the PD engines work from timing the and controlling more the injectors via the camshaft. So this is a duration table, and there's a few of them. You can label them 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call them. The tables operate under different circumstance. If you're tuning, you can just change them all. I mean, it depends how in depth you want to go, but for now we're just going to keep it straightforward. So it's actually in degrees of crankshaft because of the way a PD engine works. This will all become more obvious in a minute. Now the factor is 0.023435. That's just one of those numbers you've just got to know. And you'll get to know it, memorize it, remember it, but that is the factor for this. The x-axis there is our injection quantity in milligrams per stroke, and of course you can see here we need to know our engine speed in RPM. The factor for this is 0.01, as it is for everything when you want milligrams. So what are we looking at? Well, it'll make a bit more sense once we found all the maps and I try and explain what it is we're looking at. But briefly, let's just go straight to your driver puts his foot down, and we've got a 50 milligram column, 2,500 RPM. So we're on 9 degrees. So what's that? That is the duration of injection. So that is hold the injector open for 9 degrees of crankshaft rotation if we're at 50 milligram and 2,500 RPM. 9 degrees of what? Well, it'll all become more obvious when we find the start of injection maps, because they work together. Obviously the amount of time the injector is held open and the time that we actually open it must always work together. So for now it's 9 degrees of crankshaft rotation at 2.5 and 50. That's the duration to hold it open for. The common rail engines don't work like this, but this is a PD. So there's our first one, there's our next one, duration in degrees, 0.0234375. Winols has got our x-axis correct, our y-axis is correct, but the factor's all wrong. There we go. Let's find the next one. There. Duration, degrees, 0.023435. Correct. Factor wrong. Apart from that, that's correct. And another one. Duration, degrees, 0.023435. Engine speed factor wrong. And then we've got the smaller one at the front there. Duration, degrees, 0.023435. Engine speed wrong again, factor. But apart from that, that's it. We're looking good. So that is that. That is the duration of injection tables on a PD engine timed by degrees of crankshaft against engine speed and injection quantity. And I think I'll leave this video there, and we'll come back and look at the next ones.